Hello and welcome to a new episode of Soul Infused Monday. Happy Monday. And as always, I'm just going to take a few minutes as people are jumping in and say hello. And if you have not connected with me before, my name is Sonia de la Torre, and I'm here to help you to connect with yourself, to fully love and embrace yourself, and to live an extraordinary life. And today is my birthday week. Well, it's a birthday week, and I was just sharing something on my Facebook wall, and if you're jumping in right away, let me know that you hear me, let me know that you see me, let me know where you're watching from, leave a comment so that I know you are there and I know you're hearing me, and let me know where you are in the world. I have people from all over the world, and that's so amazing. So welcome again to the Soul Infused Monday show on my birthday week. Leave me a comment, send me some love, send me some hearts and likes, and let me know that you're there. And I'm just looking here because just a few minutes before I went live, I posted something on my Facebook wall. I think I got a message here. Okay, one second, let me get this away. Okay. And I shared this picture saying, I love Mondays. I love Mondays, and 3 reasons why. And when I posted that, I really was reflecting because I'm turning 47 this year, obviously this week on Sunday. Hi Alisa, thank you. It's actually a dress, it's not a top, but anyway, you only see part of half of my body. Appreciate it. So I posted this picture, I love Mondays, and then I was reflecting I'm turning 47 this Sunday, and how the fuck did that happen, by the way? But anyway, that's a different topic. And I shared that, I didn't used to love Mondays in the past. I actually didn't used to like any day, and the reason is because I didn't like myself. And I was reflecting on this week I'm turning 47. My birthday is not a big deal for me. So it's not about my birthday today. It's about a few lessons that I want to share, a few things looking back into my life that made a real difference for me. And I wanted to share some of those with you to inspire you. And of course, I just want to celebrate the whole week, because when I was young, I didn't celebrate myself at all. I hated myself. I felt ashamed of myself. I was insecure. I was judging and comparing myself all the time. And it's really hard to even, looking back, looking at this young girl that I used to be, it's hard to believe how I felt about myself and in what such pain I was. And I had the numbers together now. Now I'm 9 and you're 10. What? Yes. Okay. So I decided to go to the Turks and Caicos Islands for my birthday and to spend some time there. And if you only met me recently, I used to live in the Turks and Caicos Islands for the last 8 years before I moved in here to the Dominican Republic. And last year, we went through Hurricane Irma, and that brought a lot of changes. And me reflecting, also flying back to the Turks and Caicos Islands, and I love it there. I have great friends. I'm super excited. It's a treat for me to really go and spend time there. Hi, Jessica. And how much changed just within a year? No, it's even less than a year. The hurricane was in September. And I was reflecting onto that time, the lessons, the growth, life in general. So I'm going to host next Monday's Soul Infused Monday show, one day after my birthday, from the Turks and Caicos. And my birthday wish is that you join me live. So if you're watching the replay right now, make a note. May 21st, May 20th is my birthday. May 21st, I'm going to be live there with a special gift as well, because it's my birthday. So that's my birthday wish for you, for me. What I wish from you, for me. So looking back to the hurricane last year and reflecting into, every year we get older, every year we get wiser, hopefully, if we do the work. So I need to switch this off here. And I think there's really three things I want to share with you today, or three main lessons. I mean, I have 100 lessons that I can share with you. And please comment where you're watching from. It's even when you're on the replay, it's really fascinating to me where people are from, where people are watching from. Also, after the live show, because some time zones are just not working. And one of the biggest lessons I learned last year from the Hurricane Irma was life can change in an instant. You have everything figured out. You plan things ahead. You have certain ideas what you're gonna do, and then life can change in an instant, and it can happen anytime, anywhere. And it's so good to really tune into and say, hey, if life can change in an instant, what's really important to me? How do I want to live? How do I want to show up? What are the experiences? Like, what is it that I want to do with my life? And these are always great questions, and we kind of know it mentally, logically, and no one wants to waste their time. And at the same time, we get so easily back into a routine, so easily back into a habit, into a comfort zone, including myself, obviously. And when I went through the hurricane last year, and there was a moment when I felt deep that this could be it. This could be it. Life can change in an instant. So today is Monday. Today is a new start to the week. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. Every moment you can recommit, you can redecide, you can tune in and see what's important to me right this moment, this minute. And you can make a new choice. So one of the biggest lessons last year, life can change in an instant. Nothing, you can't really control anything. And live to the fullest as if it would be your last day. And it's easier said than done. And yet again, it's a constant reminder, a constant recommitting to it. To ask the questions, what do I want my life to look like? How do I want to show up? How do I want to feel? What if I would die tomorrow? Would I still do what I just do? Would I still worry about the same thing that I'm just worrying about? So these are powerful questions. I hope this makes sense. Let me know if this makes sense. And if it's resonating with you. And if you had an experience in your life where you felt like, wow, I had this planned out and everything went different and suddenly life seems like to break down on you and life changes in an instant. So let me know. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below as well. And one of the things that I saw last year really strongly is how you are internally reflects how you experience the outside. Makes sense completely. Okay, thank you, Alyssa. So how we deal with things is more important than the things that are happening, because life happens all the time. Life happens all the time. And it's about how to deal with what's coming your way. Not what's coming your way. It's how to deal with what's coming your way. And how you are internally will reflect on the outside. And I noticed that so strongly. There was a moment where we were in this room, in this hotel room, and I don't know why this is coming up. I think it's coming up because I'm going to the Turks and Caicos Islands. So it's very present for me right now when I went through Hurricane Irma last year. So I remember the moment when we were in the room, in the hotel room. The wind was nuts out there. It was getting dark. It was raining. Sometimes even the building was shaking. It was scary. And at the same time, I felt such calmness deep inside of me. And the knowing that everything would be fine, regardless of what would happen. And that moment was such an incredible reminder of what inner work really does. It gives you freedom, it gives you peace, it keeps you joy, and it keeps you the ability to stay calm within a storm. And it doesn't have to be such a, a real, earthquake and catastrophe. However, we always deal with something. Something happens. Two dear friends of mine lost their mom. And that just happened very suddenly. And that is devastating. So things happen in life. And the way you deal with them internally makes all the difference. And when I look into what's another incredible lesson to share is that celebrate moments, not because it's your birthday, not because it's your anniversary, just celebrate for being alive. And it's easy to, I'm not saying it's easy to do it all the time. And looking back, and I shared that in the beginning, like looking back when I was a young girl, I struggled with it. I didn't celebrate anything because I felt like I wasn't good enough and I didn't have anything to celebrate for. I thought that. And to celebrate yourself and to give yourself permission to enjoy without guilt is so crucial in life. So let me say, yeah, I have a choice now to be happy. Who would have think it? Yes, that is fantastic. Yeah, it takes time, So celebrate yourself in this very moment that you're watching it, live or on the replay. Just pause for a moment, everything else that you're doing. Just take a nice deep breath. Take a nice deep breath. Open up your body. Be in open body position. Open up your heart. Take a nice deep breath. And just ask yourself, what can I celebrate right now? What can I celebrate right now? One little thing, and put it here in the comment section, even when you're on a replay. And I always invite you guys to do that. And it seems that I know that way more people are watching actually that are any posting, and that's okay. And yet, when you put it out there and you leave a comment, you put energy into it. Energy goes into motion. So when you tune in, what's one thing that you can celebrate right now? Post it in the comment section. Here, Jessica is celebrating good health. So valuable. And it's so funny. With good health, we take it so much for granted when we have it. And when we lose it, there's nothing more that we want than to be healthy. Can anyone relate to that? Not too long ago, I had horrible food poisoning. I thought I was dying on my couch. Literally, it was so bad. And I only wanted to be healthy. And as soon as you're healthy, it's kind of normal again. And that was such a good reminder to every day that you wake up and you're actually healthy and you can move your fingers and you can walk around is a day of celebration. Alisa is sharing, I had an interview where the person didn't really take to me and I'm okay with what I know myself without making them bad. Yeah, celebrate yourself. Absolutely. Has nothing to do with anyone else. And one of the things that were incredibly valuable last year going through that hurricane was that moment. And I remember I was at a friend's house. They have a beautiful house on the beach. And because it was so close to the beach, they decided to go somewhere else. So that was the last video I did there. And I was talking, we saw kind of like the clouds and the darkness coming. And it's really interesting. And I was sharing because I didn't know if I would be online anymore, if I would be live anymore. And I was just sharing, connecting to my people, telling them that I love you, that I was doing good. And then I said something, and that really was profound to me. It's like, I have no regrets. And that makes me even emotional right now. That was one of the most precious moments because I realized in that moment that if I die that moment, I had no regrets and I had no unfinished business back then. There was no one that I thought, I hadn't spoken in years or I had some animosity that wasn't cleared. I didn't have unresolved issues with someone that I knew that if I leave right now and I would not be able to talk to anyone, that I would be at peace. That was incredible. That was an incredible lesson. So why I'm sharing this with you is celebrate your life, celebrate yourself, do the work, do the deeper inner work. And people keep coming to me over and over and say, Sonia, how were you able to deal with it? And how, how did you manage to love yourself from such a hatred place? And I get this question a lot, like, Sonia, what did you do? And the answer is simple. I did the inner work that's needed, the deeper transformational work. I made a decision, I made a commitment, and I stuck with it. What's the right word? And I never gave up. So you can accomplish anything you want. If you make a decision, if you make a commitment, you stay consistent, and you never give up. And it's such a precious life knowing that you don't have unresolved issues, because energetically it's like something that's like either like a black cloud always, or like something disconnected. Could be with a family member, could be with a friend, could be with a previous partner, could be with your children, could be with anything. You want to have sort things out any moment, because life can change in an instant. Okay, and I see a few more comments here. I celebrate myself for not taking it personally. Okay, I celebrate, for just standing for yourself. Fantastic. Yeah, never give up. Exactly. Okay, do you guys have any question? Does this resonate with you? And if you feel you are at the point of your life that, you're ready for something deeper, that something really bothering you, that you have been struggling and you want to help, just send me a message. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to have a chat with you. I'm happy to find an answer for you and to find a solution for you. So simply send me a message. I'm so open to connect and to open, and this is what I live for. This is what I do. And one other thing I wanted to share, especially because I know mainly women are watching me, and it relate to men too, but even though sometimes we know something is good for us, as women, we often feel bad taking time for ourselves, treating ourselves, spending money for ourselves, and celebrating ourselves. It's so conditioned in us. And I'm running a self-love boot camp at the moment with beautiful women. And it comes up also again that, hey, to give yourself permission to celebrate yourself, to put yourself first, to ask for what you need, and we often don't even know that. I also often ask them, okay, what questions do you have? You have here time with me. This is for free. You can ask me anything. You can ask me for advice, for coaching, for your biggest struggle, for your biggest problems, and I will try to find a solution for you. And many times they have no questions. And then looking back, it's also because we are not used to it. First, we often don't even know what we need. We've never been asked what we need. We weren't encouraged to speak up to what we need. So sometimes there's like a blank. So if I ask you, hey, what's your problem that you want me to solve for you? They often don't have a question. So that reminds me of a constant reminder of what is it that's going to help you to move forward, and then ask for help. I would be nowhere if I wouldn't have asked for help, and I would have consistently worked on myself, invested in myself, and I feel every year better about myself. And it doesn't mean it's always perfect. I fall down, I fall up, I go up and down the motions like everyone else here. Don't ever believe any gurus out there and any, people who are out there. It's like, oh, it's always perfect 24/7. I would always, very skeptical. But what I can say, every year, I do feel better about myself. I feel even more connected with my soul. I am more connected to my passion, to my vision, to my mission. And this year I've decided to celebrate my birthday for a whole week. So today I'm celebrating with here. I could not think of anything more beautiful than to spend the time with you right now, here live or on the replay. And I'm gonna take 2 more minutes. If you do have any questions, put them down. And if not, that's fine. I can't wait to see you on Monday. And I have something to share that I've not shared before. So it's gonna be interesting. I think to myself now, when I want to give myself up to others, what is best for my well-being? Just started this. Yeah, happy birthday. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, every day. You can wish me a happy birthday every day now until Sunday, and as long as you want. Okay. I don't see any questions, so I'll leave it for this today. Remember, life can change in an instant. How you deal internally, it reflects on the outside. The outside is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Every problem, every so-called challenge is an opportunity for you to learn, to grow, and to expand into the most beautiful being that you are. Live without regrets. If there's something unresolved that you feel like it's still bothering you, I challenge you to take a step today. Maybe you get to call someone that you haven't spoken in a long time. Maybe you get to write a letter. Maybe you get to apologize. I really invite and challenge you to do one thing today that will take you to the step to releasing something unresolved that is actually eating you up or is kind of bothering you in your energy, so that you can open up and flow again. You're very welcome, Jessica. Thank you for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Next Monday, my birthday Monday, and the following Monday, I actually have a super special treat with a guest. It's something totally different. And if technically it works out, we're going to have divine music live on the show. So make sure to make those 2 next Mondays. Put it in your calendar. And I can't wait to see you. And I'm sending you so much love, appreciate you, and celebrate yourself. Much love.